Can we take a look at the choice of a husband, the choice of a life partner? It's important for a woman to know that when you're choosing a husband, you're not just choosing somebody to be with, you're also choosing somebody who defined your destiny and even your afterlife to some extent. What I mean by that, you're choosing who would determine to a large extent what happens to you while you're alive and what happens to your inheritance and your lineage. The point I'm trying to make here is you're not just choosing a partner, a husband for yourself, you're also choosing a daddy for your children. And it's important that you make that choice carefully and not make it with selfish interest. There are ladies who know that this man is not good enough for me, but because he has all the money I need, I go in and just get the money and get fun. No, you're just being selfish, because you're not just making that choice for yourself alone, you're making it on behalf of the children that God is going to give you and him. So you gotta choose a man who will be both a good man, a good husband to you, but also a good father to the children. So as you are looking at the things that he's going to do for you, are the things you stand to gain from him, or to get from being with him, or whatever it is that you think your heart desires, also make sure that the heart of your future children will also desire that same man. So in addition to a good man who will fit into your romantic needs and your financial needs, and a man who is your spec, and a man who is whatever that you desire, make sure this man also is going to be a great father. Is he a man that can show up? Very important. Some men, it's only their money that shows up, and he can say, okay, that's all I need, I want all his money. No, he needs to show up for your children. Someday they will need not just his money, they will need him. He must have time to show up for these kids when the time comes, when they need him in school or wherever they need him. The father must make out time to show up. Can he show up? Do you think he's a man that can show up for the needs of the children? Do you think this man can set good example? Of course you can tell. If the person that you're dying for is a drunk, he smokes, he parties, he clubs all around, then he's not going to set a good example to your children. How is he going to reprimand them? How is he going to guide them? How is he going to tell them this is not the right lifestyle when he himself is leading that lifestyle? So you gotta make sure that you have that at the back of your mind when choosing a life partner. But also, does he respect you? It's not only for your sake, it's also for the sake of your children. If he does not respect you, you think he will stop after children start coming. No, the disrespect will continue, and the children will be exposed to that. Guess what? He's teaching your sons how to disrespect women, and he's teaching your daughters that women are supposed to be disrespected. So you gotta make sure that you go for a man who will respect you, not just for your sake, but so your children will learn how to be a father, how to be a husband. Does he take joy in things that concern children? Is he somebody who, there are men who don't want to have anything, children just get out of here, go to your mother. No, a husband, a father to be, must be willing to have interest when it comes to children. Otherwise, you will not learn it after your own children start coming. You must be able to know that this man wants children. Not only he wants children, he's going to be there for them. Is he a disciplinarian? And I'm not talking of coercive and punishing. That's really not what discipline is. He must be a man who knows what he stands for, who will be ready to correct with love, but insist on the right thing and be consistent about it. So that your children will get the best of formation growing up. Are you choosing that man right now? If not, then you're being selfish if you're only looking at the things you stand to gain alone. Can this man listen? Does he listen to you? Does he listen to other people? If he does not, you think he will listen to your children someday? No, he's not going to listen to them because he doesn't know how to listen. So as you're choosing a spouse, choose a father also who can listen to the children that are coming. Guess what? The family is the domestic society and the domestic church. Whatever they don't get from the family, they may not get it outside. And it's from a good and listening father that they'll get as much as they need. Another one is, can he express love? Can he express love? We live in a culture where men think it's a woman thing to show love. No. See, a father is the first significant male that the children behold as they grow up. He must be ready to affirm the right sense of love in them, so that they will not be confused by whatever love that is out there. You must be able to express it, give them the right way of expressing and receiving love. So you don't say it's a woman thing. No, marry a man who can express love and who can express pride in his children. The other thing here that I need you to know is that time is the most precious asset. Can he give time, enough time, to the children? Maybe to their homework, maybe to whatever is happening in their life. Can he take out some time and hang out with the children, take them out, sit down with them, listen to them, play with them? Can he? If you think he cannot, then please don't choose that man as a husband, because you're not just choosing a husband, you're choosing a father. Is he productive? Make sure you choose a man that is productive, because he's going to teach your children how to be productive. If he doesn't know it, then he cannot teach it. Productivity is important. Can he turn one into two? Does he have the instinct to multiply? If he doesn't, then there will be a problem in raising children, because the children will not learn how to produce, how to be productive if their father is not. So choose a man that is thinking about tomorrow, a man that is planning. Is very important. Also, is he supportive? To be supportive, I think, is very important. Very, very important. I mean, you may not give somebody money or material things, but they know that you'll be there. They know that when the time comes, you're going to be there. You support me, you support my dreams. I mean, that means the world to a lot of people. But more especially is, does he know God? Does he know God? This man you want to marry, does he know God? Is he God conscious? Can he give God to your children? Can he give God to the family? Is he a prophet? Is he a teacher? Is he an apostle? Is he a priest? He's supposed to be all this for the family. The father is the head of the household, not just in terms of, a leadership, but also in terms of prayer. Does he know God? Can he give God to your home? Can he confirm in their children that this God is our God, and we have no other God but him, and now we're gonna worship him in spirit and in truth? So my hope is that this helps as you're choosing a husband, your spec, who fits into your whatever. Please choose also the spec of your children, because someday your children will turn around and say, Mom, how can you choose this for us? So my hope is that you choose right, both for yourself and for the children that are to come. God bless you. Bye. Have a wonderful family.